What's the message you're trying to get across to the public?
The message we're trying to get across is that coal is not as bad as what people are saying out there. That coal dust is not as dangerous as what people are saying to the general public if proper precautions are taken, and that a lot of people in BC and in our unions in particular make a pretty good living out of mining, shipping coal.
So you guys work with this terribly dirty product. How many of your members are dying each year from coal?
None that I'm aware of, and we've worked really, really hard over many, many years to clean up the industry, and we think we've done a pretty good job. And I think the discussion has to go to the people that are opposed to all types of mining and coal.
What are some of the things that are done along the way in terms of that issue of dust, for instance?
Well, when the train leaves or before the train leaves the mine, it's sprayed with an acrylic cover. So over the coal bed itself, it's sprayed, and then it's sprayed a second time en route. And by the time it gets into Vancouver to where Mark's members handle it, the trains are really, really slow. So the spraying of the acrylic is just to hold the dust down, and there's not very well. They measure now; it's negligible, the dust that comes off it. So once they're sealed, it's pretty. It's actually inert.
Right. I know we do a similar thing on the shore here.
Well, what happens here, once it's dumped, of course that acrylic is all broken up and it's mixed in with the product, goes on the pile. What they've got is giant sprinkling systems, and they're pumping a lot of water on there all the time to keep the dust down. And that's not as a safety issue. That's not so people aren't getting sick from coal dust, because coal dust exposure to bring out those kind of diseases, black lung and that, it's long exposure and heavy exposure. What that's done, it's more as a nuisance, because when you're in a populated area, people don't want coal. When you get out of the city a bit and people are hanging their clothes on a clothesline, they don't want to put them out, and they come in dirtier than when they went in.
How do you respond to the people who might say we should stop burning coal?
Well, first off, I'm not a denier of climate change. I think something's happening out there. I don't know to what degree, but I'm just simply not going to deny something's not amiss somewhere. But I also know this, that we can't just stop mining coal and producing coal and that's going to make a change, because there's no alternatives right now to many of the things that we use coal for. And if we stopped shipping coal out of British Columbia, the steel companies and the other manufacturing companies, the power companies, would access coal from another source in a heartbeat. So will we change the global outlook of the world? Probably not. In fact, we'd probably make it worse, because they would burn, especially in developing countries, they burn anything that they can possibly burn. You know, dirty, low quality, high sulfur, high mineralized coal.